So good morning, good morning, good morning. We on the Baltimore, Maryland Turnpike heading to Delaware. So I took the next 3 days off. I used my vacation time. But as you can see, I lightened my hair last night, and I'm gonna stop by Sally and get the toner to tone this blonde down. But you have to lighten it for the color I like. But anyway, I started these videos, like I said, to give insight to someone that might be going through a divorce or considering divorce, or just a young lady that, you know, you might have already left, but who knows. But anyway, I realized that these videos have been healing for me, as I go through this journey of life. And back to this hair color, Lord knows have mercy, my poor little husband, he was laugh when I would cut my hair off or dye it blonde. I would dye it all colors. And he loved me the same. He was still nice to me. But he would say, you must be going through something because you done messed with your hair. Which I'm not going through anything. It's just that I like it a light blonde. And the color I had in it, I have to lighten it to get back to the blonde. But that's all right. Wait till I get to the beauty supply and get my toner. I couldn't do it last night because I didn't get in till late last night. Well, I didn't get in till late last night after I ran to Target and got the color. But then, like I said, now I have to go get a toner to tone down the blonde. But it's funny because I've been making these videos and I'm like, even if nobody don't watch them, it's therapeutic for me. And for some reason, the creator, he always sends somebody, when I make a video the next day, somebody else says the same thing I said, and it almost confirms to me that, oh, okay, you know what you're talking about. You're on the right track. You're just not talking about anything. So this morning I got up and I watched, I was on Facebook because I go through the Facebook marketplace. Anyway, they have these little reels, I guess they're called. And it was a reel on there with a young lady asking her grandmother, who was 102 years old. She was asking her grandmother, who was 102 years old, what was the secret to her longevity. So the young lady was asking her 102-year-old grandmother, what was the secret to her longevity? And guess what the lady said? You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. And I'm like, oh wow, I've been saying that all week. You gotta love yourself. It ain't about the husband, it ain't about the kids, it ain't about what your mom did, your pop did, because it's about you finding your God-given purpose, asking God what your purpose is here, and letting him, first you got to surrender your will for his. And once you surrender your will and say, look, Lord, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of trying it my way. I done did it my way. This is not working. I need your help. I need your help, Lord. And when I did that, it seemed like things just start falling in place. Because, sometimes you think if you just get the right house, I got to get the right house. Girl, you get the right house, you get the right car, you get the right job, and some people still miserable. Because it's not all about them things on the outside of you. It's about what's on the inside. That peace on the inside. That restful place. It's not in a house, not in cars, I didn't find the perfect husband. And the insight for me I got this morning, that when we're young, we go through so much, and then when we become adults, we think we're gonna meet this perfect person. So when you get your spouse, and you get, and nothing's wrong with getting married 19, 20. Sometimes them people, I seen yesterday a couple have been married for 70, 80 years. No, I think they was married for 70 or 80 years, because he was 97 and she was 94. So he was 17 and she was 14 when they got married. But anyway, my point of that is, some of us come from situations where we're not loved at home. So when you get an adult, you got this image in your head that you're going to meet someone to love you unconditionally. I'm going to meet somebody to love me unconditionally. I'm going to meet somebody to love me. Which, not knowing that person has to be you. You have to love yourself unconditionally. Because then when you get married and the spouse, the other human has a flaws, which they are because they're human. And they don't meet that expectation you have, you feel like you have to get rid of them to go buy a new one. It's just like buying, it's like shopping. I don't like this one, I'll take it back. But this is our life we talking about. Because by then some of us got kids, and some of us got kids, and some of us got grandkids, and we still trying to find that restful place. But the restful place, in my opinion, is when you pray to God or find your serenity, your peace and serenity, and connect with your spirit and find out where your restful place is. Where your restful place is. Because you ever hear people, I'm going on vacation. You travel all over the world to find this restful place. And really, the restful place be inside you. Sometimes you can have a cup of tea, a cup of wine, sit on your balcony at your apartment or your house, and just have a good old time and just be peaceful and restful. You don't have to travel all over the world to the most beautiful spots, what they say, most beautiful spaces places to visit in the world. You can find a restful place right where you are at, right where you at, on your balcony. And I had a friend, and he liked cigars, and this was most recently. Now that's why I said, don't get it wrong now, honey. I done been on some dates. I done had some good ones. That's why after a while, I'm like, it can't be them. Because I done met some nice, since I've been in Phoenix, especially in Phoenix, I done met some nice guys. And it wasn't even about sex. Some of them, like I said, this last guy, he made me wait, and it was good. After I waited, it was good. I was like, oh, okay. The first time it wasn't it was shaky, but when that last couple of times, it was good. But because he wasn't into sex. So I'm thinking something wrong with him, honey. It wasn't nothing wrong with him. Woo! Honey, wasn't nothing wrong with him. Just something up here, though. He was retired military, so he was kind of little. He was another one. That's why it's not just men, it's women. I mean, not just women, it's men too. He talked about his father. He would talk, that's what I was saying. Me and him had a good time, because we would sit on his balcony, smoke cigars. We went to a couple of cigar lounge. He buy me something to eat while he talked with his friend and smoke his cigars. And I just would sit there, and he buy me a cigar, and I would enjoy his company. And we, because he didn't drive, but he was really very, very generous whenever we went out. Very generous. But he would get his little whiskey, smoke his little cigar, and chat with people. And I was cute, so I just go on my little merry way on the balcony or whatever, and let him talk and shoot the breeze or whatever. And then when the night was over, we would go home. But anyway, so that's why at 54, I'm getting to the place, okay, it can't be all these guys, because I done met some nice guys, and it has to be something going on with me, that I need to get to a place where I'm at rest with myself, that I feel comfortable in my own skin and love on my own self enough that even if when God do send me somebody, I'm in the right mind space. But back to him, he was going on 60, but he would talk about his dad and how his dad didn't ever say anything good to him, and that even though he was the only one out of his siblings that graduated from college, his dad never acknowledged him, and he wasn't a happy person. He wasn't a happy person. Wasn't a happy person. So that's why sometimes I think a lot of us, even though we look good, we coming along as young people, we look good, but inside of us we got a lot going on. Then you get married 19, 20, 25. Some of us haven't had a chance to resolve those issues from when we were younger. So then you get married and your spouse is acting crazy or whatever, and you just divorce because you still ain't figured yourself out, and then you got this person that you're trying to figure them out, and they can't figure you out, and it just. But woe to the people that stick through it, that stick through the craziness, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes you're going to be crazy, sometimes he's going to be crazy, sometimes he's going to be going through, sometimes you're going to be going through, and just to allow each other that space to breathe, to have your crazy moment where sometimes you might not come home, sometimes he might not come home. But I think I was watching Judge Hatchett. What's her name? Judge Hatchett. I think her name is Judge Hatchett. And she said she was on the TV show all those years. Sometimes she wouldn't talk to her husband for 2 or 3 days. Because she was busy doing a TV show. He understood that. That's how their marriage went. She said she'd be gone for weeks at a time. That's how their marriage went. He understood. He knew she was on TV, helping somebody or whatever. If you ever get a chance, Judge Hatchett, follow her interview. Because after her husband, I think it wasn't Judge Hatchett. It was the other cute little lady with the short haircut. Both of them had short haircut. But the one, she was real cute. I forgot her. But anyway, her husband just died in the last year or two. And she's been on like YouTube or whatever, real sad, trying to get over her husband's death. But she'll tell you that, it was a time where they wouldn't talk for 2 or 3 days at a time. At a time. Now I'm out here in Maryland, and the I don't know if you can see the trees. It's pretty, and it's just a pretty sight to see. I tell you, compared to being in Arizona and the mountains, but out here is plenty of trees. So yeah, you gotta find a restful place within yourself. Within yourself. Within yourself. You gotta find a restful place within yourself. It's not gonna always be the person you with. Sometimes it's you. And like I said, as a mature woman, I done dated some nice guys. Like I said, it might not have been nothing about them. It was about me. Now I'm older, I understand me a little bit more. I can get along with others better. Yeah. That finding that restful place within yourself. Within yourself. And it's funny because like I'm 54 now, so I've been 10, I've been 20, I've been 30, I've been 40, now I'm 50. all of those stages you go through, you steady changing. And same thing with your spouse. They're steady changing. Steady changing. So you got to give each other that grace, that in-between time. Because it's going to be time that it's not the fairy tale. Sometimes you're going to want to scratch his eyes out, and he's going to want to scratch your eyes out. Especially during the time when you have kids. Because you, as a mom, you just wrapped up into your kids, and you're not really paying attention to what he's doing. And then when you find out he is doing, or he find out you're doing, you know, it's already been done. So that's why I said it's all seasons. Season. See, right now we're in going in the winter. Actually, it's November out here on the East Coast, and so it might not snow maybe until December. But it's all season. But see how the season, the leaves gonna change. Then we go through the snow, and then in spring, everything gonna spring forth new. And you'll have green trees, and maybe I'll come fly back just to take pictures of the green, because the new season will be in. And I think I heard a gospel singer said the snow comes, the rain and the snow comes to wash away the residue. So the snow and the rain in the winter season going to wash away the residue of the past season. But you gotta love yourself. And I heard a woman today, 102 today, and that's what her advice was to her granddaughter. Love yourself. The granddaughter asked her, what did you do? What is your secret to being 102? She said, loving yourself. Loving yourself. So, like I said, it's not all the way about the spouse and he crazy and all. It be us. I'm telling you. Like it was a movie called The Enemy from Within. The Enemy from Within. The enemy from within. And in my opinion, when you had those kids, when you start having kids with the woman, it's something about us that I don't know if it's postpartum, but something after we had them kids, sometimes we be off for a couple of years. I know I was. I packed my whole family up and moved to Memphis. I packed my whole family up and moved to Memphis. Had a beautiful business, had a good, thriving business. Just crazy. Just couldn't take it anymore. Which, thank God, I don't regret anything, because moving to Memphis was good for me. My kids did good. We had good times in Memphis. It was struggle. Don't get it twisted. It was struggle. And speaking of struggling, I seen on Facebook today, a lady posted, she had a picture of an air mattress, a mirror, and a blow-up bed. And I guess she said, I finally moved out and I'm at peace. She had an air mattress, a mirror, and looked like she got a little apartment or something. She said, I'm finally at peace. So Miss Camille just want to let you know, sometimes the peace ain't the other person. Sometimes the peace isn't getting away from the other person. Sometimes the peace is finding yourself. Finding yourself. Finding yourself. And then you hear people going on, spending all this money, sometimes that they can't afford to go on these vacations. And like I said, said, you can have a peaceful place sitting on your patio in your backyard. Smoke a cigar or a glass of wine, listen to some jazz. Like I was saying with my last friend, that's what we would do. He was 60. And he was real nice, real handsome. I think he was a retired veteran. So like I said, he was nice, but so the two of us both but he was nice, and I enjoyed times with him. And another thing, now that I'm older, I only date during the day. It ain't no you. When I was younger, first divorce, when guys calling at night, sometimes you'll meet, especially after you get divorced, you just want some attention. You notice you get these guys that only want to call you at night. So anybody that I talk to, if you can only call me at night, then I don't talk to them. I cut them off. And like I said, my last friend, he didn't just talk at night. We went out. One time we went to pickleball. It's called pickleball. Anything I wanted to do, I had to pick him up though, but because he's retired. Something happened with his legs. But other than that, girl, everything, all the other legs work. That's all that matters. But he still was nice. He wore nice clothes. He was sharp. Kept his hair cut nice. But like I said up there. But other than that, he was really nice. I enjoyed my company with him. But anyway, one thing about him, he didn't mind going out during the day, going to breakfast. We went to play pickleball. We did things during the day. It wasn't, because that's why I was saying I thought maybe down there it didn't work. Because, he never was like pushing me to sex. He just wanted to spend time with me and have a good time, which we did. We would go to Westgate. When we did Westgate, he would take me to the different lounges. We would, because out in Phoenix, a lot of the bars and lounges and stuff, they just give you samples of stuff. So he would take me out. We would have a good old time. He was fun to be around. So I was thinking, he ain't offering me no sex. So I'm thinking like maybe it don't work, because I knew he was a retired vet. So I thought maybe it didn't work or something. But honey, let me let you know, I thought wrong. Everything worked just fine. And yes, I had to put on use my detective skills to find out. So finally, it finally happened. And like I said, once I got him to relax and enjoy the moment, 'cause he was the first time he was a little excited. But honey, the other couple of times when it was on and popping, after we talked, he was almost, like wanting to get, we enjoyed each other's company. That's what said we talked. So by then, it was real nice. Because I was the one that, sex. Rush. I'm trying to rush. But like I said, first couple of times we didn't. We always went out somewhere, bed, anywhere I wanted to go, anything I wanted. And he just was going along with me, just having a good time. And finally, I got him to give in, to surrender. Oh, girl. He did. That's all I'm going to say. It was worth every dime. It was worth all the time. Yes, a good time. And if we didn't do no more than sit on the patio and sip some, which he liked whiskey, but we would listen to some good music, talk. And like I said, he had a lot of childhood trauma. 6 years old, you would look at him, you would just think, oh, he got it all together. But when he started talking about his dad, talk about his dad. And like I said, I'm in a new place, so I would just sit and listen. I would just sit and listen. Just sit and listen. He would tell me about his dad, and like I said, how he had all these accomplishments. Now, mind you, the dad's still living, so if he's 60, the dad is 85. Dad look good too. Dad looked good too, because he even showed me a couple of pictures of his dad going up a hill. He even showed me a couple of pictures of his dad. And dad looked good too. Dad still look good.